What's up with all the Twitter alpha males? Now, before I get too far into this video, I wanted to start this off with an easy topic, and that is the Madden trailer that came out where they got the Arizona Cardinals uniforms fucked up, showing how little work they actually do on Madden every year. For those of you that don't know, the Arizona Cardinals redesigned their uniforms during the offseason, and in the current trailer, they are wearing their old uniforms. For those of you that don't know, here's what their new home uniform looks like, and here's what their new away uniform looks like. There is no stripe running down the side. Also, the numbers have different texturing on them, as well as the shoulders don't have any red on them. The only red that's really there is on the arm, and it's more similar to like the uniforms that they wore in the 90s. So they completely fucked up there. But speaking of fucked up, I hope everyone in New York is enjoying living in hell. For those of you that don't live in New York, here's a quick rundown of what's going on. There's a bunch of wildfires going on in Canada, and the smoke is actually making the air quality in New York worse than what it normally is, which is saying something considering that the air quality in New York is prototypically pretty bad. Not as bad as LA, but normally it's still pretty bad. So now this is a bit different. This is a story between reviewtechusa and Melonie Mac. For those of you that don't know who either of these people are, reviewtechusa has been running a gaming YouTube channel, primarily focused on gaming news. He also does some reviews every now and again. Now, Melonie Mac is someone who is heavily Christian, but also used to work and did GameStop TV. That's what some of you might know her for. But the biggest thing about this is she made a video about a church that burnt to the ground, and she was essentially praising the fact that this church burnt to the ground because how dare you celebrate any type of pride. That's how heavily Christian she is. If you're gay, she hates you. You're a despicable human person and you should literally kill yourself. That is essentially what Melonie Mac believes. She will never say that, but that is what she believes. And I started going through the tweets, and one of the ones that first broke my attention was from Fight on Twist, where he pointed out Leviticus, where it literally says any type of incense or markings on yourselves, including tattoos, is a sin. And then he pointed out all of this is him pointing out verses of the Bible that she blatantly ignores because she doesn't agree with them. This goes crazy. And Rich actually made a few video responses. Now, I'm going to play parts of them and hope I don't get copyright strike. Let's just cross our fingers on that one.
Having an opinion and not being responsible for your audience for your opinion, which I 110% agree with. I don't think any content creator should be responsible for babysitting their entire audience.
Now, this is the first thing that Rich is right about. No content creator should be held responsible for something that someone in their audience does. No matter what happens, once you get over 100,000 people anywhere, shit is gonna go crazy. Just look up towns where the population is over 100,000. There are murders and rapes that happen every year in those towns because that is what people do. No matter what happens, once there's so many people in one area, there's gonna be fucked up people in that area. No matter what. It's been that way for the entirety of human history. Going back to ancient Egypt, ancient Greece, ancient Rome, that happened. People used to smuggle shit into cities the same way they smuggle shit into cities today. That is something that we can prove happened. No matter what happens, once you get such a large group of people following a person or in one area, there are going to be fucking weirdos and creeps in that group. And you cannot hold one person responsible for everyone in that group.
Celebrating tolerance. And to Craig, from Stuttering Craig from Side Scrollers, Cody, Camelot 331. Look, I'm not gatekeeping who you can have on the show. I would interview Melonie Mac in a heartbeat, but here's the difference. I would ask her questions like this. Why would you celebrate that? Even if that's not your belief and you don't agree with that, why do you want to see other people suffer? Why are you celebrating it?
I agree with this 100%. If you have a podcast or any type of setting where you are going to ask someone questions about their morals, about anything, you need to ask them tough questions, even if they don't want to be asked them, because that is what you should be doing. That is your job, especially if you're going to take on that role of journalist. You need to throw your emotions to the side and ask people tough questions that they don't want to be asked. And Rich is absolutely right. How can you just sit there whenever this person is literally saying, thankfully, these people who celebrate tolerance, who celebrate accepting people for who they are, thank God their church got burnt to the ground. How dare you celebrate tolerance? How dare you celebrate the idea of accepting people for who they are? You are terrible people. No, at the end of the day, this makes Stuttering Craig and Melonie Mac look really bad.
I don't care what religion you believe in. That's fine. You could believe whatever you want to believe. I'm not going to attack you for it. But when you try to take your beliefs and impose them on me or impose them on other people, I will want to take that book and shove it up your fucking ass. Have a great day.
I just wanted to play that video just to let everyone know, I don't care what your political or religious beliefs are either. As a matter of fact, a lot of you probably won't believe this. I was actually raised heavily Christian, and I actually went to church camp every summer. That is actually part of the reason I know the Bible so well. So there are numerous times where I can see people just like Melonie Mac going out and literally violating one of the 10 Commandments or violating one of the 7 deadly sins, violating simple verses that you were taught in fucking Sunday school, simply because those verses don't go along with what she wants to push with her political agenda, along with her own religious beliefs. This is why no one like Melonie Mac should ever be taken seriously, because she also has no idea what the Bible actually says about love and tolerance. If Jesus were to come back today, he wouldn't be hanging out with you, Melonie. Let me make that abundantly clear. All of you pastors and everything saying, oh, if Jesus came back today, he would rescue us. No, if Jesus came back today, he'd do the same thing he did 2,000 years ago, if he was even a real person. And that is, he would be hanging out with all the prostitutes, hookers, all the strippers, all the drug addicts, because those are the people who actually need help, not you, not someone trying to push your political agenda. And it's time for me to shamelessly sell out before we get to the last topic of the video. Please like, subscribe, comment, everything that you can. And before any of you get bored and click away, let's just jump into Illuminaughtii. Now, the statement on your screen is a statement that Blair put out to everyone on multiple social medias, including Twitter and Discord. Now, there are statements about false allegations that have surfaced, as well as the impact of these false allegations, and how her and her team are working to gather all the relevant facts, and they are taking decisive action to address this situation. Basically, what this is she is trying to silence everyone that has tried to speak out against her. Everyone, including the Click, Wonderstruck, and One Topic at a Time. She has sent cease and desists to Wonderstruck, the Click, and Oz Media, I believe, which this makes you look even worse, because the Click and Wonderstruck both released videos with damning evidence against you. Now, I could dig through all of the sad milk drama and tell you all about it, but there's plenty of channels that have talked about that before. Oh, wait, this isn't one of those videos. Oh, neither is this one. Oh, neither are any of these 3. Oh, this one's actually different drama. It's only a year old, but I don't think this is what I was talking about. Give me a second, I'll be back. Here we are. Here's the current drama that she's going through that just seems to get worse and worse every day as we find out more information, not just from members of Sad Milk and editors from Sad Milk, but from her ex-boyfriend that we're learning more of this from. And while I'm on it, there's a great video here by Swoop. This is almost 2.5 hours long, and it goes through just about everything that she's done. This this is what I would say right now is the best way for you to learn everything that's gone through with Illuminaughtii and all of the really messed up shit that she has done to kind of screw over her friends. And I use the term friends with quotations around it because these were never her friends. To her, they were just objects to try and push her career forward. And at the end of the day, if you know anyone like this, these are the type of people that you should step away from and not be around. I don't know how to end this based off of everything that happened with Illuminaughtii, asking you to look into it yourself and make your own conclusions. But based off of what has happened over these past few weeks and me looking at it from the outside in and listening to what One Topic, The Click, and Wonder had to say, the only thing that I can really come to is that Blair, aka Illuminaughtii, is a narcissist, and she believes that she is the center attraction for everything. And at the end of the day, she screwed over a lot of people, and now it's coming back to bite her in the ass. That's all this comes out to be. You make your own pit, and now you have to lay in it. That is all that is happening. But if you have any other opinions, I really actually do want to hear them. So please actually leave a comment and tell me what you think is actually going on.